And then
Now, are we allowed to talk about how we saw each other's boobs today?
yes, please.
Okay, cool.
I just didn't want to tell Maddie. I wanted there to be an element of surprise.
Well, we're going to show them to Maddie.
Okay. I hope so. I thought that was part of the show.
Maddie's enthusiasm for that was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Is everyone ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Welcome to the Rhinebeck Scoop. I'm your host, Jennifer C. This radio show is produced by yours truly, Maddie Rosenberg, and Jennifer Hamoud at Radio Free Rhinecliff. Remember to check our YouTube channel for full episodes. You can see all of us in action. Woo!
Pretty exciting.
See what we look like. Good times. Search on YouTube for Radio Free Rhinecliff and the playlist, The Rhinebeck Scoop. Okay, everyone knows our guest co-host. Guest co-host. You got a promotion, bitch.
OMG. I said I totally want that. I'm totally into that idea.
I know. It's like a life achievement. You and Eric Steinman are the only two.
I'm going to bump his ass out of the seat and take
fuck
over.
him. Yeah, there you go. Anyway.
I love it. Thank you.
This is our guest co-host, Allison Chawla.
Hi.
And you know her from her popular radio show right here on Radio Free Rhinecliff called Talk to Allison. She is a licensed psychotherapist and is currently pursuing a PhD in philosophy and Buddhist studies at the International School of Buddhist Studies. That's exciting.
Thank you.
That's exciting.
I am so excited. And I'm the only non-monk, non-nun that was accepted. And I believe I'm the first American to go to this school.
Yay! Yay, Maddie, a little clap for that.
Oh,
all
absolutely.
right. Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
amazing. And she's representing us, and I love that.
Yeah.
So, and she is also the fashion queen of Rhinebeck. Welcome, Allison.
Hi, thank you. Ooh, I love that intro.
Yeah, wasn't it a
Particularly
good
the
one?
fashion
I
queen.
know.
Yeah, well done, well done. I'm excited to be back.
Yay. So we have some Boujee Banter today. You know what? We're going to close the door now.
Okay. That noisy.
After I told you 3 times not to.
You reminded me that I asked you sometimes.
There you are.
Oh my God. All right. So anyway, we're going to do a little Boujee Banter. And the first piece of news is Sinterklaas is making a return. Have you guys heard about this?
I saw something in the Daily Catch that was forwarded to me yesterday, as a matter of fact. Yes.
Are you excited?
I have mixed feelings. I am excited. I think that Sinterklaas is a magnificent event for Rhinebeck. I just hope that it gets what it needs, particularly in fundraising and financing, because it needs support.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. How about you, Maddie? What do you think?
I'm very excited about it coming back. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's something
It was
Rhinebeck
crazy
needs.
that it wasn't here.
Yeah, it's a big part of Rhinebeck, and I still stand by my polar bear kissing booth. That was
God.
my idea.
Wait,
Oh.
I would die for that. Sounds phenomenal. Yes.
No,
I wanna
it's
kiss
such a good
I want to
idea.
kiss the polar bear.
I know I want to kiss the polar bear.
Yeah, he's a
So-
great dancer.
Is he? Do you know the polar bear?
I cannot confirm nor deny if I know the polar bear.
Because I'm trying to get the polar bear in here. Remember? This was my goal.
It's a little big, but I think we could fit it, the polar bear in.
Well, the person who plays the polar bear, is it a man or woman?
It is a man.
Okay.
It is not a person that lives in this area who also acts in films, which some have suspected it to be. It is a performer from the city.
Okay, so it may be hard to get him in here. Okay. All right. Well, this is my dream, you guys. Anyone?
Maybe for when he's here for Sinterklaas.
Yeah, anyone who wants to hook me up with a polar bear, I think that should happen.
Hey.
That should be my Christmas and my birthday wish.
I
'Cause
want
that's
to
right
meet the
around my
polar
birthday.
bear.
Huh?
You want to meet the polar bear?
I want to meet him and I want to kiss him. Doesn't that sound nice?
Do you want to kiss him with the polar bear head on? Like, do you actually want to kiss the bear, or do you want to take the head off and kiss the guy under the polar bear costume?
So, furry experience or non-furry experience? I think I've never had a
Bestiality, yeah.
I've never had a furry experience.
Okay. Well, hey, the world is your oyster.
I know.
Or your polar bear.
Have you, Maddie? Have you, Allison?
No, it's not too late for you, though.
No, it's never too late. We can dirty up Sinterklaas. I love it. Yeah, I think that would be a good experience. Is he single?
I have no idea.
You know what? I'm not
I didn't
single.
get
I shouldn't
into-
be asking these questions.
I didn't
Yeah.
get into those conversations with him. I just sat with him and I was like, "Oh, hey, you. Nice to meet you."
Is he
without
cute?
checking on. I am very. He's not my type,
Okay.
but I'm sure a lot of people find him attractive.
Okay. So that means no. So Allison's trying to be diplomatic.
I don't know.
All right. So definitely keep, when we hook up, definitely keep
for the furry element.
Yeah, go for the furry.
No,
okay.
he's a good look. It's not a bad looking guy. He's just not my type. I'm very picky.
No, I understand. I understand. I like your type because your type is my type. No, not your type isn't my type. Your type is my type in my type as in me. Am I making any sense?
Nope.
Okay,
You just went to a different planet. Because I like people with dark skin because I'm attracted to
Yes, you
ethnic.
like the brown ethnic, and I'm the
do.
brown ethnic.
You are the brown. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
It's true. I think you're cute too.
Oh, thank you very much. Would you hook up with me?
You have nice boobs.
I do have nice
I
boobs.
might have in college. These days, probably not.
See, that's my thing. Yeah,
Like
I know.
gay till graduation. And maybe that's not PC. Maybe I'm not allowed to say that. But I feel
You can say it.
I think that most people are willing to explore, most women, maybe. I don't know. So maybe I would have hooked up with you in college if I were drunk enough, but not these days.
Here's the thing, is I think, see, you just proved my theory. My theory is in Gen X.
I didn't know you had a theory.
Yes, I have 2 Gen X theories.
Okay.
About women. Okay. Number 1, the meanest bitch you will ever meet in life is a Gen X bitch.
Do you think that we were mean or do you think that we were just like tough?
No, I
You
mean
say-
a mean bitch.
Really?
Yeah, I
Tell me.
think of the film of our time, Mean Girls. Right? Think of that. Think of we both from New Jersey.
Yeah.
I think yes, we're tough and strong and all that kind of stuff, but I think we can be the most vindictive, manipulative,
Really?
like gossipy, like sorority girl bitches you'll ever meet. And I have a theory that I think that we like to say, okay, we all want to support each other and stuff like that. And I think I support Allison supports me. But I think we were taught in our generation that if that bitch is more successful, prettier than you, makes more money than you, has a hotter husband, whatever it is, that we don't like that deep down in our core.
Really? Mm-hmm. I don't think I had the same experience as you.
Oh.
Again, I think that competitiveness in females kind of spans across all generations. I think it's sort of a biological response to like get the seed.
Mm-hmm.
But
Interesting.
yeah, but I didn't feel like the people around me were raised to be competitive versus I felt like I was raised to be resilient and tough.
Yeah. No, I was raised like really fucked up.
Also,
So I was raised to be competitive and jealous. Yes.
also it's funny because when you said that the movie of our generation was Mean Girls, I was thinking you were going to say like The Breakfast Club.
Okay. Yes, you're right. Okay,
I was born in 77.
I was born in 77 too.
Yeah.
So 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, John
Don't
Hughes.
you feel like John Hughes was more of our guy?
You are correct.
Yeah.
But Lindsay Lohan, if you look her up, I think she's probably like 43 now. So she's not that much younger than us. I think there is that element of still having Mean Girls.
I don't know. To
but
me-
16 Candles was brutal to
my God.
women.
I have
Breakfast Clubs,
It was.
wasn't
They were
as
all-
bad, but
they
they were
were
all,
all-
yeah.
yeah. And there are
Pretty in
things-
Pink.
Oh, we were just talking about this at the dinner table last night because my husband and I were trying to pick a few films that we want to watch with the kids. We had to go through our memory like, wait, is it appropriate? Is there
I know.
stuff in there that you can't talk about? Or I mean, we talk about everything, but that is not politically
16
correct.
Candles is horrendous.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen it recently or did you have to?
I did watch it a few years ago.
I mean,
and
there's
I
a
was
part-
like, holy
Yeah.
moly, you can't.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's a part where the girl is, I don't want to go into intoxicated, passed out. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, just take advantage of her.
Yeah.
And now you watch it, it's not funny at all.
No.
Yeah,
no, no.
yeah. But our time, we were just,
The blonde that like cuts her hair off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
And there's a lot of racism. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're getting deep.
Yeah, but anyway, the whole point is that is one of my theories. What's the other thing we were talking about?
Your theories?
Shit.
You
I
had
just
another
lost-
theory.
Yeah, I just lost my other Gen Z theory.
It's because you're
I
Gen
said Gen
Z.
Z, Gen X.
X.
I always
Gen
think
X. Yes.
Gen X. Oh, damn
We're
it.
not Gen Z.
It was so good. We were talking about the polar bear. We were talking about kissing. We were talking about furries.
boobs.
Oh, okay. Here's my other theory.
Okay.
If you were a Gen X woman who is American and went to an American college, you've hooked up with women.
Really?
Yes. How come no one believes my theories? Maddie, back me up.
I can't. I can't. You're reiterate what you just said. 'Cause I think I heard you say that if you're Gen X woman in college, you were hooking up with women, pretty much, or like a majority.
I'm saying all of us.
So where
Like at least experimentation.
why do you think specifically or particularly Gen X and in American, like where'd the research come from, Jen?
It came from my own head. Which is the best
after
place.
the long benders at the bars.
I think that's more true of of millennials and Gen Z.
But we started it.
Oh,
We started, like the baby boomers before us were not doing that shit.
if you're saying you started it, I would probably, I don't start.
Starts
a
with
strong
I
term,
understand.
but
Not like
you
that,
made
yeah.
it more prevalent.
Yeah, exactly.
acceptable.
I think
Exactly.
that's probably accurate.
So basically what I'm saying is if you and I met in college,
You think we would have made out?
we would have fucked each other. You would have definitely gone down on me.
This show is not designed for children.
No, it's not. Did you go to college in New Jersey? You don't have to say where you went. I never tell people where I went.
Well, no, I mean, I took a journey. Like I was supposed to go one place in the city and then my mother passed away and I ended up, it's okay. And then I ended up in Jersey temporarily and then I went back into the city and then I just kept going to college and I'm going back to college.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Boring.
Okay. So anyway, college. But you're getting your PhD, so that's what counts.
Thanks.
Okay. So it's July 1st right now. So 4th of July is this weekend. Any big plans, Allison?
I have been invited to a couple of lovely barbecues, but it turns out some of my dear friends are moving to the UK. And so I might end up just spending some time with that family
That's lame.
instead. I know.
Who moves to the UK?
Well, people from the UK.
Oh, yeah. But you don't move back.
I don't know.
Now you do.
I think you do pretty rapidly. Yeah, I was going to say, I think people are pretty eager to get the heck out of here.
You should, I'm not going into politics, but just everyone research about their prime minister because their prime minister is very interesting as well.
Sure. No,
Yes.
I absolutely. But, our friends, the gentleman grew up in the countryside of England and they
that's
have a
nice.
little girl and they're going to move back. So now I'm feeling like I need to spend want to spend 4th of July spending time with them before they leave.
With a British family?
Well, she's from El Salvador.
Okay, but this is 4th of July. This is American.
Yeah. I have
Why are you
mixed
spending it with
feelings
foreigners? That's fucked up.
I never I have mixed feelings about 4th of July this year.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, so let's move on.
Let's talk about boobs.
Here's a wardrobe question for you. If I'm invited to a bougie barbecue in Rhinebeck, what should I wear?
Ooh, I think you need like a fun summer dress, a little thin strappy, maybe halter, some cute sandals, but you got to watch the heels because if you're in the dirt or you're on gravel, you're going to be like falling and slipping in with your shoes. So perhaps a wedge if you don't like a flat or a flip flop.
Okay. Any specific color, just the color that works for you?
Oh gosh. I think, again, I'm an intuitive dresser, if you will. I sort of pick an outfit based on what's going to make me feel happy. I say whatever just makes you feel like you're going to feel good. Oh, but you want to consider if there's a birthday, for example, at the barbecue, you don't want to be the one who's taking too much attention. So you want to maybe mute it a little bit more.
Okay. I like that.
But I think it's based on like what's going to make you feel most confident and happy and make other people smile.
I like that. Okay, that's good fashion advice from our fashion queen. Now, I asked Allison and Maddie to give me their trucker handle. So for those of you that don't know what a trucker handle is, it's like, back in the day when they had CBs, because they don't use them anymore, I've asked 2 truckers, it's a whole thing. So they used to have this handle that they'd be like, hey man, it's Big Daddy.
I remember
10-4,
this stuff.
10-4, break down, what would they say? Breaker.
Breaker 19.
Breaker 19. Yeah. So they had all these great handles. Now I'm going to go last because I have the best trucker handle
Naturally.
of anyone. However, I'm curious to hear Maddie and Jen's.
Jen, you just called me yourself.
Oh,
I think
I meant to say like Jen Hamoud isn't Jen.
Oh, great. Now I'm invisible.
Okay, Maddie and Allison. Yeah, Mommy's not here today. So sad.
Where's Mama?
I know. Mama skips out
they're
sometimes.
in Nantucket.
Oh, right. Fuck those people.
Yeah, I know. Those snotty white
Fuck it,
bitches.
Nantucket.
Yeah. Okay, so what is your trucker handle, Allison?
Well, because of the spiritual practice that I have, as well as my sort of being a therapist, but you being kind enough to call me like fashion queen, I came up with, instead of beautiful, Beautiful.
That is so good. And that could double as your stripper name.
Oh, I'm totally into that.
Yeah.
Although stripper name, I feel like has to be something more like Retro Mercury or Mercury Jean or something like, I don't know, something that is like really has two names
Like
to
Mandy
it.
Kittens.
Yeah, something like
Mandy
that.
Kittens. I just made that up.
Mandy Kittens?
But I like Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful.
Maddie's really enjoying the show. The look on his face.
Maddie doesn't ever know what to do when the two of us get together.
No, it's all good. So that's an interesting question because although I don't drive, and back in
La la la
the
la.
day,
I'm doing the Oscar music. I don't know what it is.
Anyway.
For your, the sting
like
man's telling you to end your speech.
real quick, I did have a CB radio in those days.
Of course you
What
did.
was your name? What was your name?
That's what I was going to say.
Stop.
Because I also always rode a bicycle and obviously didn't drive a truck because I was too
Was
young.
it Big Maddie D?
No, it was freewheeler.
Oh, that's good.
That is good.
So that was it. And that was my handle. I used to talk to truckers and to other people on CB and had a portable CB radio on my bicycle, actually, or with my bicycle.
Of course you did.
It wasn't on the bicycle, but it was. I had it with me. So yeah, that was the real name. So it's not as exciting.
What would be his trucker handle now?
That's a good question.
I would say,
Wait, this the kitty one that you just mentioned.
I'll deal with something with cats.
I would say something like Maddie
Maddie Maddie the microphone.
D plus 12.
Maddie microphone. What?
But
Sounds like a bra size.
we'll have to think about it.
Maddie.
Maybe
Maddie-
by-
Wait, what's that one from Sex and the City? Rick 9 plus?
Magical
Maddie
Maddie
9
microphone.
plus?
fine with me. That's fine.
Do you like that?
Yeah,
That's a good
right.
one.
I don't know. Wait, why was he called 9 plus? Was it the size of his appendage or something?
Yeah,
Or-
it was just a joke. I'm just making a joke. I haven't seen Maddie's D. Not yet.
There you
So
are.
how about that? Just Maddie D. Maddie's D. Maddie D microphone.
Whatever you come up with, I'll take it.
Okay, that's good. I like that. Okay, all right. So mine is the best ever.
No.
I don't know if you guys can handle it. I've had it forever. I'm not even listed in my husband's phone as wife or sweetheart or Jennifer. It's listed as this. You ready?
Ready.
Little brown sugar.
Oh, that's adorable.
That's good.
I think that's really fucking cute.
Yeah.
You are little brown sugar.
I am little brown
love that
sugar.
so much.
I know. I love it. So that
Like
is
a
my
sugar
name.
baby.
Huh?
Like a sugar baby.
Like a
That's what
sugar
candy
baby.
is.
Exactly. Little brown sugar. I think that's
really
the best.
sweet.
Yeah. So
I'm beautiful and you're little brown sugar and you're to be determined.
No, he's Maddie D. What did he say?
Maddie,
Nine
Maddie
plus.
plus.
9
Maddie
plus.
D. I don't fuck.
we're gone.
Plus 9.
Okay.
You're plus 9.
Okay.
All right. All right.
He likes it. All right. So we are going into a little commercial. Allison, you're going to repeat after me.
I'm ready.
This is Allison Chawla.
This is Allison Chawla.
You're listening to the Rhinebeck Scoop.
You're listening to the Rhinebeck Scoop.
Give us 5 stars and tell a bougie friend.
Give us 5 stars and tell a bougie friend.
Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay. Time check.
We're good. We moved to 4:15. We have plenty of time.
Okay. Cool. All right. So now we can't have you on without having a little surprise Buddha joke.
Oh my gosh. Great.
So
I love when you do this.
I found another one.
That's already funny just that you do this.
Okay, you ready? Why did the Buddhist monk refuse Novocaine at the dentist?
Oh man, hold on. Let me think. It has to be something about feeling. Why did the Buddhist monk refuse Novocaine at the dentist? I don't know why.
He wanted to transcend dental medication. That's good.
That is really good. That is clever. I love me an intelligent, clever joke. Well done. Thank you for doing that.
You are welcome.
Oh, look
Okay.
at you did prayer hands.
I did a little
Look at
prayer
you,
hand.
girl.
I bumped the microphone, but I did prayer hands. Okay, now I asked you guys to let me know what are your middle-aged pet peeves. And did you think of any? Mm-hmm. I have about 2,000. This is
I had to narrow it down.
Now, I've talked about this before on this radio show, but I just love this subject because if we had this every episode, I would still have 20 per episode. That's how annoyed I get by things and people.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think that's why we become more selective as we get older, because you're like, oh, I don't have to put up with this crap.
Yeah.
I don't like this to be around this, and therefore I don't have to.
Yeah, absolutely. Like today when I went to a grocery store in town, I will not talk about, not Sunflower, another grocery store.
Does it rhyme with hops?
And there's always a worker there. He's very nice, but he wears a lot of cologne.
Oh.
And after you leave the aisle, you can smell the cologne.
Oh, I haven't had this experience.
Yeah,
so.
that I can't. And I noticed it other places too, and with women in perfume. And anyway, I'm going on to mine. Allison,
okay,
please, middle-aged pet peeves. Any?
Yes. Talking in public on your speakerphone makes me insane. Right?
I had to take a breath for that one.
Oh my God.
So
I have a few, but we can start with this one. When people are just anywhere on their speakerphone. I was in the spa in Mirabeau the other day, and there was a woman sitting in the locker room close to the quiet area having a full-on conversation on her speakerphone.
Can I do you one better? I hate to be a topper. I hate to be that person, but I have one that I've been saving for a while. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I know it's going to come up at some point in this radio show because it's so fucked up. Okay, I went to a rest stop. Can't remember wherever it was. It was around here. I went to a rest stop. I go to the bathroom. There's a woman in the stall, basically way across from me. So she's, not right there, like way across from me. Maybe peeing, maybe taking a shit. I don't know what's going on.
You can usually tell the difference.
Yeah. I don't know. But she had her phone on speaker.
No.
And she was breaking up with her boyfriend. Swear to God. They were breaking up as she was like taking a dooker in a public restroom in a rest area. I could full on hear the conversation. I stayed to hear most of it because I was like, this is fascinating.
That's when you like put your feet up on the toilet so they don't know you're there.
It wasn't really a pet peeve because you were rubbernecking.
I was kind of rubber. Yeah, you're kind of right. I was rubbernecking.
Rubbernecking bothers me.
But it was so fascinating. And then here's the best part of the conversation. She called him as an insult. I don't know this insult. I guess I'm not cool enough. She called him a bean. She kept calling him a bean. She's like, man, you're a bean. You're a bean. You know you're a bean?
I have no idea what that means, and I have children. I need to Google this one. Which is funny because in the past I called an ex-boyfriend as a term of endearment bean. But now I guess this was like 25 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
But bean is not a good thing. Okay,
I guess at least from this woman. And I could hear I could hear the guy responding, and I could hear the dog barking.
Amazing.
And it was the wildest thing ever. So anyway, I do not, yes, I was rubbernecking that time. You are correct. But normally I do not like when people do that.
I don't, yeah.
Unless it's a salacious conversation.
Exactly. Maddie, how about you?
Yeah, I don't know if they're middle-aged pet peeves. I've always had some of these. I will piggyback off of Allison that on Amtrak or any train, when parents have their kids playing, let's say an iPad or whatever, and there's no headphones.
Oh my gosh, I feel the same way. Anything.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, I don't understand.
Were raised by wolves.
I'm not mad at the kids because they're doing
the parents.
How is it that that's a thing?
Lack of self-awareness, raised without self-awareness.
Yeah, so that
makes me
that's
crazy.
the top of my list.
No, I 100%.
And then slow walkers in the city.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Being stuck behind slow walkers.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I definitely feel that too because I'm a city person.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
by origin. And
they pretend it's a city.
Yeah. Move over.
Yep.
I also can't stand people that are at a certain age and they just think that people want to hear them talk constantly and they take up too much air space.
Do I do that? Like on the show?
No.
That sounds
God,
like this exact show.
No. But there's some people there's some people that will just talk and talk and talk and talk. And really at the end of the conversation, they've said nothing, but they're just, I don't know, that kind of stuff. I feel like if we're going to have a conversation, I want there to be something
meaningful.
And engaging, meaningful, not just like you've been feeling lonely and you need to talk at people constantly.
Yeah, this is why I don't hang out with people. I only hang out with like a few people. and at certain times.
There's no
Fair enough.
tolerance.
Yeah.
Back to that, you don't at a certain age, you're like, I don't want to do anything that doesn't make me comfortable or feel good.
Yeah, exactly. Like we talked about this with Eric, like leaving the house past 4 p.m. Why do I need to do that?
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, even today, I was leaving the house to come here, which I was super excited about. No, this I love. And then I have an appointment afterwards, and my daughter was like, "Why'd you take that deep breath?" I was like, "Well, I just don't want to leave the house right now. I can't wait to get back here at 5:30 and like lock the doors and be in bed at 8:30."
Yeah. Yeah, we're officially middle-aged.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it. I have one more middle-aged pet peeve.
Please.
I don't like the amount, and maybe this is because of access to things. I don't like the whole like criticizing people who are trying really hard. Like poo-pooing on try-harders, as they call them. Like, for example, in a small area like we live in, I like to support local shops, but I also like to support people who maybe bring something bigger into the area, because you have to look backwards. They've worked their whole life to do this. Like, people who have become successful on a larger scale, I've noticed getting criticized a lot lately. And I think, you have kids and you tell them to have dreams and to work hard and to become something. Like, this person was a kid one day and they've worked their life. This is if it's an honest person, of course. Like,
That was a lot.
Speaking of talking too much, right?
I think the psilocybin just kicked in. I'm sorry, she's talking, but I don't
like when people like who aren't doing anything sit around and poo-poo on others. That makes
you're
me
an
nuts.
a-hole.
Like, get up and go do something and keep your mouth shut. If you have so much energy, go do something that's useful.
Yeah, I agree. If you're not doing anything, then you have no right to. Yeah, you have no right to criticize. Okay. Now, mine's a little interesting. So mine is a combination of a pet peeve, middle-aged pet peeve, and also the Rhinebeck rant, which we have introduced. Perfect. So, okay.
Oh, she closed her eyes side and put her hand up.
Yeah.
She said, talk to the hand.
Big one. Yeah.
And that is, I'm a little offended personally.
Okay.
Allison's going to be happy. Maddie may be happy, but Allison will definitely be happy with
Okay.
this. So I went on to Reddit to look at something about Rhinebeck. Can't remember. It was about a month ago. But this is the thing that stuck in my head.
Okay.
So this guy writes in, and I'm assuming it's a guy, and says, yeah, Rhinebeck is known for hot moms.
All right.
So what's wrong with that?
All right.
Well, what's wrong with this? Why would I be offended?
Because you're not a mom.
Thank you. Do you know how offensive that is?
Maybe he just assumed you were a mom because you're middle-aged.
Yeah, but I'm still really...
You're smoking.
The look on Maddie's face, but it shouldn't just be hot moms. I think that's a little bit of prejudice. It should just be hot, older women.
I mean, whatever. I'm going to go walk in my heels later throughout the village.
I mean, I agree with it.
Did somebody really do that?
Swear to God, I'll snap a
so
picture of the post.
Funny.
Yeah, because they were talking about towns in Dutchess County, and the guy wrote in and said, oh, Rhinebeck's known for hot moms.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you should feel great about that.
I feel fantastic. Hence my desire to go walk her through Rhinebeck in my heels later.
Exactly. I don't feel great about this.
And this jumpsuit, by the way, makes my butt wiggle. So it'll be even better.
See? Even better. Even better. But I have a solution to the problem. And I'd like to propose my solution.
You're going to borrow one of my kids?
Oh, that's a good... And they look like me.
They do. They are the same color as you.
Yeah. Oh, my God. That's a great idea.
I've been mistaken for the nanny because I'm so fair-skinned. No, I'm serious. When my kids were little...
Wait, the Irish nanny?
Yeah. Erin Go Braless. Like on Sex in the City where she's running her boobs all over. She's like, what's your nanny's name? Erin Go Braless? No, but when Indy, my first was born, because she is actually a little darker than Elaviv, someone said, these are two things that people ask me. Are you the nanny? And why is your baby so tan?
Wow, people say that to you?
I was like, I said, at first I wanted to say, because I lather her up in like carrot oil and I leave her in the sun when she's hungry. And I let her bake.
Just say you brought her to a tanning booth all the time. That's what I would have said.
Just like I lay her on my chest while I tan.
I would have gone like, I can't do an Irish accent. I can say kind of like Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. So I would have been
that was more like a vampire.
No, that was good, right? Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. How's that?
Jamaican vampire.
Jesus
That's what my
Christ.
husband would say. When I
Okay.
try to imitate Indian, he's like, you just sound like a Jamaican vampire.
Anyway, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. I would have done it in an Irish accent and been like, oh, I'm bringing it to the tanning booth.
I think you should stop doing that.
Okay. I can't do an Irish. Oh my
I don't even know if I can.
Do it.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
God. Mine's better. No, mine's better. Maddie, you do it.
No, I'm not. I can't do it right
Well,
now.
whose was better?
He said mine. He said it right
I
after.
think
He
I
said
did.
that was better.
It was slightly better.
Maddie.
You'll listen to the recording and have an objective view.
I think mine was pretty good. Anyway, okay. So back to the Rhinebeck Hot Mom. So I think I have a solution for this, and it's
Okay.
a really good solution. There is a Colombian Spanish word that I would like to introduce to Rhinebeck,
I'm ready.
and it is their slang for a hot woman, sexy hot woman that, you know, makes herself up, looks good from age 40 to 55.
Okay.
You ready for the name?
Yes.
Cuchi Barbie, like they do
Cuchi
like
Barbie.
that. Yeah. That's perfect.
Thank
yeah.
you. That's
so
I've never heard that, but there's something in spite of coochie referring to the female genitalia. Coochie Barbie. That's cute.
yeah, Cuchi Barbie. There you go.
Coochie Barbie.
Cuchi
I
Barbie.
still like it.
So I think we should instead say Rhinebeck is a place of Cuchi Barbies.
I'm in.
Sure.
Am I a coochie Barbie?
You're 100%. You are the ultimate Cuchi Barbie. You're it. And then
You're too sweet.
Jen's a little older, so she aged out. So for them, we call her
Oh.
Super Cuchi Barbie.
Super coochie Barbie.
Barbies. Yeah.
Cute.
Do you like that?
I do.
Okay, cool.
Why not?
All right.
Sure.
Yay. Okay, that is
Can't
changed.
wait to tell Jen.
Jen, you are a super coochie Barbie.
Barbie.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so the sweet and sour of the moment, we are combining into a new segment called, Allison, do you remember it?
Up yours.
Up Yours.
Ding, 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 ding.
I like it.
I think it's great.
It's so good.
Wait, did we
Can't
get to tell Maddie how, like, I almost
You're
saw-
going to.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
That I almost saw your butthole this morning?
Yeah, you did.
Jen and I ran into each other earlier today. By coincidence, we had no idea. And, you know, this is because the person that we have in common that also loves to see our assholes is into her confidentiality of patients and clients. So,
Yeah.
but Jen and I we coincidentally scheduled our colonics on the same day.
Wow. Amazing.
And I invited her. I invited you to see my a-hole. What
did.
did I say? I said,
You said-
beautiful.
You said, hey, beautiful, do you want to see my asshole?
That's exactly pretty much how it happened.
But instead, we somehow got into the conversation of breasts and showed each other our breasts.
Yes. We stood in front of a big, long mirror and we showed each other our breasts.
We were talking
and-
about like middle age and bodies and
Yeah.
beauty and stuff.
and
yeah,
stuff. And we decided to just, I'll show you yours. You show me mine.
went well.
Yeah, it went really well. And we both look amazing.
Yes,
And we
I must
both
say.
have beautiful, beautiful tits.
We do.
And Cuchi Barbie.
Coochie Barbie.
Yeah. Cuchi. So we both have that. Maddie, how do you feel about that?
I think it's
And we
great.
both have very clean colons
Yeah.
and systems as a result.
Do you
We're a
always,
catch.
do you always
Catch
schedule
22
these events
sometimes.
before your show?
You know, no, but we should.
This is a wonderful idea.
It was a coincidence, actually, because
I had no idea. she'd
I
be there.
texted the colonics person at 8 a.m. because I needed an emergency colonics because I haven't been eating so well. And then Allison was there. And
Well, you were there first, and I showed up at the end of yours.
And I got to see her boobs, and they're amazing.
Thank you.
And yeah.
I also got a foot detox today. I did
Did
a
you?
colonic, and then I did the foot detox.
Did you? Well, here's the thing. I'm thinking of doing of OnlyFans. I think I'm gonna do it.
What are you going to do in their foot detoxes?
No, I'm gonna do I've been shooting with a photographer for about a year and a half, so I'm
Okay.
either gonna do, well, definitely like nudity, obviously.
Okay.
But nothing porn. Yeah. So
You're not
I'm
going to bend over and spread your butt cheeks like you did today and be like, "Do you want to see my asshole?" She didn't really
I
do
wasn't.
that, I'm
I
kidding.
wasn't going to, but that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. But I was gonna say, you can be on my OnlyFans.
Oh,
There you are.
like my boobs?
Yeah, your face, your boobs, everything, your whole body. If you want to do it,
Pretty
here's
sure
an
it can't be
invitation.
on. Maybe I'll do like an old art model pose, no face.
Okay. See, everyone says no.
I
face.
feel like because I'm a therapist and
No, I get it.
OnlyFans has a different feel than like painting Renaissance.
I wouldn't allow you on it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You wouldn't allow me on it.
No, because I'd want you to save your career.
Yeah, I think that's really what I'm trying. That's what I'm gently trying to get you right now.
Yeah. I wouldn't allow you on it. So, and even if I did allow you on it, you wouldn't have your face.
She Barbie.
Yeah, there you go.
Amazing.
I want you to yell that out when you see me on the street or if I'm driving by.
You catcalled me.
I catcalled you. We almost forgot.
Yes, I was walking in Rhinebeck, and all of a sudden I hear, "Hey, baby," and I was like, "Whoa, who's that? Who's that fucking hot piece of shit?" Who I would have gone down in.
You're hysterical. Cunnilingus.
I haven't heard that word in so long.
Is so funny.
It's a good word.
It is a great word.
I'm trying to think what else I like. You know what else I like? I like the word
Phosphorus.
wait, give me the S, chlamydia. Like I don't like chlamydia, but I think chlamydia,
like he goes,
If you named your child chlamydia and it wasn't chlamydia, it's actually a nice word.
Yeah, it rolls off the tongue.
Huh. So anyway,
With
anything
antibiotics.
Anything else to say for up yours?
Was that like pet peeve? What up yours?
Are we allowed to say who it was?
Her?
Yeah.
She?
Yeah.
I think the first name we can say.
Yeah.
I mean, we could promote her.
I mean, it's on Google.
Aubrey?
Aubrey, but Crystal Colonics.
And Crystal Colonics. Aubrey Colonics and Crystal Colonics. They're
they're
actually
in
right in
Statsburg.
Hyde Park. They're like Hyde Park, Statsburg.
They're Hyde Park, Statsburg.
But really, though, like to get serious, it's one of the best things I do for my self-care.
Yeah.
And I've been doing them, not with them for a long time, but like when I was in my 20s, I started doing them. I think it's part of the reason that like I'm close to 50 and I'm not dyeing my hair yet. And and our boobs look the way they look.
Exactly.
Like, my gut health is a priority. And a lot of people forget about that. I think, I've seen actually on Instagram, Insta spam, a lot of like people becoming aware of parasites and gut health. And like, you could pretend all you want that you'd never had a parasite in your body. But let me tell you, they're there. It's part of being human. But Crystal and Aubrey are unbelievably gentle and talented and
they're
kind. Amazing. And I feel like a lot of my health is because of, going to see them.
Yeah, I'm thinking of getting her on this show. She's not quite right for this environment.
No.
But I have to talk to Maddie about this, but I want to do like another type of segment off this show.
That'd be wonderful.
Sure.
So kind of more like Rhinebeck in the wild. So I haven't decided on that. Yeah. So I'm thinking about.
But I think you should share their info because, like, people who are suffering from something like, well, we were talking about constipation at the start, but even depression, anything, stress, anxiety, like, it's great for you.
And it's also really good for spiritual healing because I've had a lot of help with that too.
Totally.
And so it is Colonics by Crystal. I believe that's what it's called. Located, I think the address when I write it in is Statsburg, but I think it's also Hyde Park, either one.
Okay.
So look for that. If you can't find it, just DM me. I'll give you their info.
It doesn't hurt, by the way.
Yeah, no, it doesn't hurt at all. And you feel great afterwards.
Yeah.
So cannot say enough about them. Okay, my little rhinos, remember to shop right here at the Epicurean for all your upscale grocery and gift-giving needs. You can leave me a voicemail at 845-307-7446 or email me at comments@radiofreerhinecliff.org and follow me at Free Spirit Jennifer C because I post about this show and other fun middle-aged stuff. Allison, would you like to promote anything?
Wait, I didn't think about that.
Instagram, Facebook,
yeah,
website.
I mean, my website is talktoallison.com. I offer a variety of healing modalities and therapies. I'm a clinically licensed therapist, but I'm also trained in loads of other Eastern philosophies of healing and bring in more meditation. I just want to say, just because I'm a Buddhist doesn't mean that I'm religious. I do this as more of a non-denominational approach. That incorporates meditation and breathing and walking and chanting, just things to help anybody of any religion or lifestyle to, process anxiety and stress. And then, my Instagram is Bless Up and Dress Up.
Great Instagram. Love it.
Thanks. Because some of my own self-care includes my thrifted, fun, colorful outfits.
Yeah.
That's how I keep myself smiling.
All right. So we all know where to follow Allison. The next episode will drop Tuesday, July 15th. Allison, do you have any last words before I give mine?
I'm very happy to be a coochie Barbie.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so until then, happy 4th of July. Everyone be safe. Don't be the dumb asshole who speeds on the Taconic and gets caught because I'm going to make fun of you.
Did I ever told you I call it the gin and Taconic?
Oh, I like that.
There's an older gentleman that said something like that once, and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, I feel like when I drive that, people are trashed or drunk or going crazy. So the gin and Taconic.
Gin and Taconic. I love that. It's good, right? That's really good. That's really good. So on a more serious note, I just want to say that I am a naturalized citizen and I'm proud to be an American. I feel lucky that my parents adopted me and that I'm able to live in the U.S. I know this year has been tough for many Americans, but just know there are so many good people in this country and especially in Rhinebeck.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you for saying that.
Love you, RBK.
Love you, RBK.
We're good?
All right.
That was so good.
And funny.
That was really good. Gucci Barbie.
Boujee Barbie.